In this Bitcoin update, we're going to look at the charts of Bitcoin because yes, we're still on the daily chart above the 13 EMA, but at the moment it looks like that Bitcoin wants to dump even lower. But we're going to look at the most important factor because yes, the dollar index is starting to get to this major resistance area. So what could we expect in the immediate short term? So if you want to find out more, watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe, and most importantly activate the bell so that you always stay up to date. Welcome back to B for Crypto, and yes guys, we are seeing at the moment that the dollar index is getting a major push towards the upside. We broke this downward sloping trend, but what is going to happen next? We can see that the 200 moving average on the daily chart for the dollar index is exactly at the $103 level, and we can also see we got a lot of resistance exactly here. But overall we can see that the dollar index is in this major downwards trend because why? Yes, we are forming lower highs. And this is a clear indication that the overall trend is a downwards trend. So yes guys, we could expect maybe that the dollar index is going to push all the way up into these regions, into this major resistance exactly at the 200 moving average. But guys, ultimately what we like to see is that the dollar index comes all the way back down to this 100 psychological level, and that we could expect a major pump for Bitcoin because yes, if the dollar index goes up, we could expect that Bitcoin and all the risk on assets will go down. But let's go over to Bitcoin. On the daily chart we can clearly see we are still above the 13 moving average, and this is extremely bullish because this gives us an indication if we are above the 13 EMA that we are in a bullish move, and if we see that the price movement is underneath the 13 EMA, we can expect that we are in a bearish trend. But guys, ultimately Bitcoin needs to hold the 13 EMA on the daily chart. So on the 4-hour chart we can clearly see, in the previous video I told you that we could expect this correction all the way back down to the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level, and this is an important level, and that's why I marked this with this yellow box, because we can see a lot of confluence in these levels of $29,270. Because if we turn on the moving averages, then we can see Bitcoin clearly broke the 50 moving average, the blue line, the 100 moving average, and we saw this major run towards the upside. And yes, we were above the white line, the 13 EMA, which tells us we are in this bullish move. But we could see that yes, Bitcoin broke the 13 EMA, and at the moment we can see that the 100 and also the 200 moving average are exactly in these levels of the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level. So yes guys, I could expect that we're once again going to retest the 50 and the 100 moving average. But guys, this is going to be a very important level for Bitcoin, that we need to stay first above the 100 and the 50 moving average, and also above the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level. And we also have this trend line that we broke towards the upside. So guys, yes, I could expect that we're going to see this dump all the way to the 61.8, roundabout to the levels of $29,280. But let's go on the even lower time frames on the 1-hour chart. And yes, on the 1-hour chart we can clearly see we also have the 200 moving average on the 1-hour chart. And guys, remember, on the 1-hour chart each candle represents 1 hour. So yes, we could expect it guys, we're going to see this dump and then this continuation towards the upside, and also the 150 moving average on the 4-hour chart are exactly in these levels. So yes guys, after this major push towards the upside we could expect a small correction. But guys, ultimately if we're going to lose the 61.8, we're going to come all the way back down to the levels of $29,000 at the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement level. And this was also the level that we perfectly held when the price movement saw this consolidation, this brief dump towards the downside and this major push towards the upside. But ultimately guys, this is going to be our bearish scenario if we're going to break the 200 moving average on the 1-hour chart and also the 61.8, this very important orange box. Then we could say yes, we're going to see a bearish move maybe all the way to this trend line, which is perfectly at the level of $28,900, and that we could expect it, yes, Bitcoin is going to bounce off from these levels. But ultimately guys, this is going to be my targets for the day. And let's go over to Ethereum, and once again we can also see that Ethereum has similar moves. We can see that Ethereum is dumping at the moment, and yes, we have the 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart exactly at the levels of $1,840. So yes guys, we could expect this move. As for Bitcoin, to the 50 moving average, Bitcoin to the 61.8, and then we could expect this pump towards the upside, because guys, on the high time frames at the moment, we are still getting signs that Bitcoin is overall trying to turn around and the overall crypto market. But let's go over to Dogecoin, and once again, same scenario. We can see this major 100 moving average exactly in these levels where we got some major resistance where Dogecoin also turned around. But guys, same scenario as for Bitcoin and for Ethereum, we need to form this higher low so that we could expect that this overall trend is going to turn around and that we're going to see this pump over the previous highs. But guys, it is really going to be important that the dollar index is going to form this low, or maybe just this confirmation of this downwards trend by coming all the way up to the 200 moving average on the daily chart, which is exactly this major resistance point at the $103 level. So guys, this is going to be very important. But guys, if you're not invested into crypto, what are you waiting for? Because yes, maybe we're going to see this major pump all the way to the $50,000 level, and then this consolidation and this bullish move towards the halving, starting with a parabolic run towards the upside. And maybe we're going to see a consolidation or a small dip towards the downside, and then we're going to see this bullish continuation. But guys, ultimately, don't wait for lower prices, because these prices might never come. Dollar cost average into Bitcoin, and guys, this is a long-term bet. In the next 1 to 2 years, you'll make some major profits. And you don't want to enter exactly here when all the hype and all this mainstream is getting into the markets because of the halving, and we're going to get this parabolic run. No guys, dollar cost average here. And yes, if you want to trade crypto on a spot or in a leverage market, go down in the video description below and sign up with my links where you receive a massive deposit bonus. And guys, smash up the like button and subscribe, because this really helps the channel. And make sure to be for crypto, and we see each other in the next video.